Good morning and welcome to episode 1652 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. The Four Nations final this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, USA, Canada in Boston. Watch it. Go USA. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you need more Hard Factor today, I'm going to kick us off. And I got a little story about sex dolls in China for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. I really hope with these tariffs that they start making sex dolls here. That's like one manufacturing job, because it doesn't seem like it would make an impact now, but where sex dolls are going.
Aren't real dolls made here?
Well, some of them, right? I mean, some
the actual company.
Got a few.
What's the Vegas one that Lamar Odom went to go visit?
Right, because he loved that place.
That's our best. That's our best sex doll.
Yeah, real doll. It's USA.
It's real doll.
I mean,
I think that's the one.
So we got one
based here.
We got one factory, but we need to get more. You're right, and hopefully so. I saw some.
You think
cars
we can start writing
back?
You think we can start like wrating sex dolls off as dependents?
Eventually,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
Eventually, one day,
they might prescribe them one day.
Look, I'll be honest. This thing drains me, just like a dependent does.
It's mental health too. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
I think once, who knows? Humans are gonna be banging each other forever. Maybe one day, right? Like Wes said, the doctor just hands you the sex doll, and then that's your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
And that's your wife now.
Yeah, here you go, bud.
Hey, you. That's your wife now.
Be a big improvement for a lot of people.
Pat's on deck. Pat, what you got?
Oh man, I got a bit of a mystery. Is a former Bachelorette star and right-wing troll dead in Mexico or not?
Oh, like a fake death, maybe.
I mean, I don't know, but we're gonna
someone
figure it out.
dead?
We're gonna get into it. Is someone dead? And we're also gonna beg the question: is it time to not give a shit about guys like this? But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll find out. And Carlos, with the multiple condos, says Pat's got the Colossus haircut going on.
Hell yeah!
Price point, Carlos.
Rhodes.
Tony says sex days with sex dolls.
Who's Colossus? He fucks, right?
Come on, Pat.
I think he meant Colossal.
It's a great name.
Colossus is the X-Man who is Russian, and he's made of like all like steel. He's featured in like Deadpool 1, but he has like a flat top. He's just like a armored robot guy with a hilarious flat top, and he's Russian, Pat. So
a lot of people think I'm Russian. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
He's got
Red Hulk has the same haircut too. I think he's American though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wes in the hole. What do you got?
I got something that I didn't know was going on, but apparently people bring their monkeys through Starbucks drive-thrus quite often, and this time it didn't go as planned in Alabama.
Monkeys in Alabama. Those are two things you don't want together.
Yeah, this one.
Monkey ownership in Alabama
didn't end well for the barista. We'll tell you exactly what happened.
That sounds. It sounds like madness. It's a funny episode all the way through today. I got to warn you. And then Mark is in the caboose today. What do you got?
You know what I got? Transgender vegan death cult.
Oh yeah, I'm into it. Oh shit. Yeah, we got to hear about it. It's crazy. Oh yeah. I just like I
sounds insane.
I like from an iceberg level. I read like the headlines and like the first couple paragraphs. I've seen the top of the iceberg, and that was already insane. So I can't wait to see the bottom.
I spent a few hours in their world today.
Oh wow, you doing okay?
I'm all right. All right.
Still like them?
I mean, still. You mean transgender people or vegans or what?
Yeah, both.
I mean, every group's got a few bad apples. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 90-10 rule, something like that. Is that the Marines say something? That's some kind of military. Anything else? We have any
Jump.
other? No.
I think we just dive right in head first.
Oh, let's do the news. Let's do the news. As I said, everything on this episode is pretty funny. Marx gets a little real, but still pretty hilarious given the context.
6 deaths, but we can laugh at it. I got a few jokes in there. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, it's intense, but it's darkly comedic. And a quick mention here: this one is serious. People have been, I got some DMs today. If you want to hear more on Ukraine, we can talk about it. On a future episode. People are DMing and whatnot, and talking about it in the Discord. Basically, things are not going well for Ukraine after 3 years in a U.S.-funded proxy war with Russia after Putin invaded, and they're going to have to agree to make a peace deal, or they're probably going to be like, get out of luck when NATO and the U.S. pull their cash out, which all of them are saying they will do soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the writing on the wall, they're having a meeting right now about Ukraine-Russia peace deal, and Ukraine is not there. It's just Russia and the U.S., and Trump just dropped a tweet attacking Vladimir Zelensky for being a comedian first, not pointing out that he is a reality TV show host first. But he's gonna bend to Russia.
Zelensky called Trump a dictator. I mean, it's not going well with U.S. and Ukraine, that's for sure.
What you thought was going to happen is going to happen.
Didn't Europe have a secret meeting with we're going to have to start paying Ukraine?
Yeah, no, NATO's backing Trump on this one. So
Okay.
Ukraine is out in the cold. Sad day for Ukraine. Really wish they had tried at least one of those several negotiations that the U.S. blocked before the invasion. But
I mean, what do you want from them?
can't turn back time.
What do you want from them? They walked into
If
their
you
country.
could turn back time.
Go back
Cher
to
sang that song on
2018.
SNL.
Everyone would feel pretty differently.
Only
about
Cher can
how
turn back
Russia
time.
walking into
Yeah.
their country, how fair that was, which it wasn't, and now it's a little bit shifted because
Well, it wasn't, but there was multiple negotiation attempts that were shut down by the Biden admin before.
Right, but it's like
I mean,
give up your
you
land
know.
or don't. That's pretty much what it is. It's like, do you want?
Well, you
to-
could have negotiated prior to losing all your men and still giving up the same exact land. But again, we'll get into it in a full segment if we want to later.
Pro Russia will. What's
But-
new?
No, pro Russia. No, I'm pro Ukraine. They lost how many men, Pat, did Ukraine lose? And they still had to give up the same amount of land. How many?
I mean, I want to say the estimates are like
As 50
300,000
Cent
to a
said,
million. on
many
either
men.
side.
Many men.
Amen.
Many men. Back to fun news, though. How far would you guys go to hide a blow-up sex doll from your roommates?
To the
As
ends of the
far
earth.
as possible. As far as
Exactly.
possible. I would commit a crime. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, no, we asked this question yesterday about how far would you go to be a Brazilian
I
mayor?
would call
or
it a
like-
bomb threat, Will.
Exactly. You go as far as you possibly could fucking take it to hide your blow-up doll, your blow-up sex doll from your roommates. I go a lot further than becoming a Brazilian mayor to hide the blow-up doll. You're never living it down, right? Once your roommates discover your blow-up fuck doll.
You keep
Right,
it
you're
in
gonna
your trunk.
have to move anyways, so you might as well.
Your life is totally changed. Your name forever is like, I don't know what do they call a blow-up doll fucker? Like what's a good nickname for one?
Brian.
A cut queef.
Yeah.
Pariah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They'll
curious.
have something clever.
you're definitely going to have to face the joke several times and immediately if, hey, I was meaning to ask, when is she going to start paying rent?
Yeah.
A lot of that's going to happen.
That's a funny
Yeah.
joke.
It's not good.
Hey, if we leave, are you gonna fuck your sex doll?
They're going to get that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get that joke all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly.
A lot of threats to fuck their sex doll too from the roommate.
Yep. Yeah. It would.
You see him putting the sex
would
doll
not
in
be
the
good.
dishwasher, and you say, "Oh, is she going for a shower?"
All
Yeah,
of
you don't want your roommates to find your sex doll. It's like the number one rule of having a sex doll. If you have roommates, in fact, you probably shouldn't even have a sex doll until you live alone.
Unless everyone has one.
Right. Exactly. And then it's a mutually assured destruction. But in this case, this kid, he's a college kid, an unnamed
no.
Chinese kid. He knew this all too well, right? He knew what we're talking about. He knew if his roommates discovered this fuck doll that he was fucking this one night, he blew it up, went to town on it. His roommates are out of the dorm. Okay. He blows up the sex doll, gets all the lubes out, has a night. Okay, he's enjoying himself in the chair, but the roommates returned early from a party on the night of February 10th at the Hefei University dorms. And so there was only one move to make for this unnamed Chinese student. He pulled the blow-up doll off of his dick, pulled his pants up, hid the doll behind his back, I presume, because he had to get it out of the room somehow.
And then
Shuffled it.
window.
He thought about it. He probably should have, Wes. That would have been way better. Shuffled it behind like the roommates who were coming back in, out into the hallway, slams the doll down onto the ground once he was alone in the hallway, and then immediately sets fire to the doll. So yeah, so he's
what was he thinking?
Well, he's thinking he's going to get rid of the evidence. Second he's in the dorm room going to town. Blow up doll is just going crazy. The inflatable arms are like smacking his computer and shit. And then the next second he hears the keys jingling, right? And then you start to panic. So you immediately
better go faster.
Yeah, you deflate the doll. You like punch it, deflate it, boom, hide it behind your back, take it out to the hallway. Then what do you do?
Well, someone was he's got a knife sitting next to him at all times.
Well, yeah, he's trying to eat it.
Can we ask a serious question here, though? Like a serious question. So to like get into a blow-up doll, someone that's going to really go through the trouble of getting a blow-up doll is someone that's going to project. They're going to project persondom on that doll, right? That's part of it, right? Like if you're going to enjoy a blow-up doll, you're going to like try to really get into it being a human. We've seen how some of these weirdos treat their dolls. Like how devastating would it be for him to like have to like pop it? You know what I mean? Like he's like, I hate doing this. I never wanted to do this.
It was either the doll or the roommate was getting set on fire.
Shooting old Yeller.
Yeah. When you have a sex doll and you have roommates, you absolutely need to know the schedules, like to the second.
Well, he did. Again, his roommates were going out. He probably knew there was a chance they could come home early, but I'm thinking, this guy fucks this blow up doll a lot, right? So as you said, Mark,
in the common area,
a good feel. Well, no, I think this was like a dorm
he
style.
Got greedy.
Like, I think it's a dorm style where it's like his room connected to another room kind of thing, you know, like a 4-banger.
You need to like
the 1 out of 4 that was home. You know,
you need to like call the professor's office hours and make sure the professor didn't call in sick and the kid's not going to turn around from class. Like you need to have it down.
You need a secret camera at pointing at the entrance of your building.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, they should send you booby traps with the doll, right?
Yeah.
Like alarms, a series of alarms,
bells.
4 alarms, concentric circles of alarms.
Yeah.
When you're a college kid, you get horny, man. I mean, like it's hard to control that. It's hard to like, you know, to plan that out. Like you just want to fuck the doll and get it over with.
How you get past my bell?
Very good.
Very good. You got to pass my booby trap.
Yeah. So this kid had a pretty decent setup, I'd say, besides just like sort of having no security at all around his doll fucking situation.
It's like a Ninja Turtle foot soldier.
And so he lit this thing on fire in the hallway. He thought problem solved, right? Okay, they didn't see me fucking.
No one's going to ask any questions about that.
What was burning?
Yeah.
Well, problem solved. They didn't see him fucking the doll. He had his pants up by the time they came in. The doll is now on fire in the hallway. He's dusting his hands off. It's
what do you mean the dolls? Do you remember when we accidentally set fire to our dorm hallway, Will? Remember what happened?
Oh yeah, Pat. That's the problem, though. That's the other problem. The problem
there's no way to like easily set fire to your dorm hallway.
Yeah,
there was a goddamn criminal investigation.
You're right,
where
Pat.
Did he get the fire making
this
materials?
as well? Yeah. Probably yes. Some
kit with the belt.
shit.
A destruction kit.
Yeah, he had a kit
that was
ready
the
to
one.
go.
Yeah.
One piece of safety he had. Yeah, he had a bug out bag with some like
next step after
knife
bell.
and gasoline. Just
They said he did it with a lighter.
Some gasoline before he fucked.
Knife, gasoline, lube. I'm ready.
You got to make sure to get that in the right order.
Why wouldn't you just set up a blockade at the front door?
Yeah, no shit.
Check. He lines them up on the desk every time.
Oh, it comes with a condemned sign.
Yeah. So, Pat, he found out real quick. It was like a moment. He was really done with it. Like he's like, yeah, I fucking set the doll on fire, and I got to fuck it, and my roommates didn't see it. I'm golden. And then it was burning, but the problem is, as Pat points out, burning rubber and plastic makes a lot of smoke. So the whole dorm, within seconds of him thinking he is off scot-free, actually then immediately knew right away that somebody was burning something rubber or plastic in the hallway. And probably a lot of them were like, man, smells like somebody's burning their fuck doll. And that's what was happening.
It was like a volcano erupting with jizz out of the mouth.
And the people are wondering,
was this
what
like
he
burnt
put inside
jizz?
it. Yeah.
It smells like burnt jizz in there.
Someone burning jizz. Did someone get a new jizz candle?
And so, the smoke filled the halls, filled the whole dorm. The whole dorm can smell the burning rubber and jizz of the doll. And then luckily for this kid, the fire alarm system was engaged. I mean, unluckily, because that meant that the firefighters came and had a good laugh at him for a while. But luckily, because the sprinklers did extinguish the flaming sex doll. And then the fire department came to just, rub it in like, it really was this kid fucking that doll and letting it on fire. And then they left after they confirmed it. And then the dorm,
because I would get out of there.
No, I think he's just feeling probably not the best right now, Mark. The dorms also had their chance with him. They said they chastised him, made fun of him for a long time, told him he was a big loser. And then they sent out this note after having a good laugh at the kid's expense. They said, quote, "Please do not use open flames to handle silicone items or other flammable materials in the building. Items that are no longer needed can be disposed of in the rubbish bin.
Please do not burn your sex doll, Chen."
Yeah. And everybody in the school knew that it was about, Chen fucking his sex doll and trying to hide it from his roommates.
Damn.
And now the whole world knows Chen fucks a blow up sex doll. It's a feel good story, though, for everybody at the end of the day, because we all got to hear about it. And the doll fucker, lucky for him, they have a good sprinkler system. Because it would have been a big problem had he burned down the entire dorm.
It might have been better for him if it had all gone down.
You think so?
Yeah.
He would really know loneliness at that point. He thought he knew loneliness.
That's a bad one.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, it's feel good for everybody, but the kid's unnamed and he caught no charges. So.
Well, this is an opportunity for a big sex doll company to send him a primo sex doll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real dolls should get on it because they're American made too. I think, Pat, you're right. We need to attack this sex doll industry. We got to make more money here. So, sex dolls sell.
It's gonna be a big industry, growth industry.
Yeah, real growth.
There'll be a day where you don't have to burn your sex doll in embarrassment when your roommate comes home.
That's right.
Yeah. And you know what that kid should have done instead of panicked and burned his sex doll to the hallway floor? He should have popped in. Yeah, well, I mean, he could have done anything other than that. But what he really should have done was he should have popped in a Lucy. A Lucy, our sponsors, made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Choose your form of Lucy. Pouches, that's my style. Breakers, that's the guy's style. Or gum. Mark does a little bit of both. Choose your strength, 2 to 12 milligrams. No other company out there that I know of has that kind of variety. 2 to 12 milligrams for your nicotine routine? I don't think so. No. Only Lucy's delivering that.
No.
Right? Yeah, no. So what I do, I save myself the weekly gas station stop, which oftentimes is sold out, which is ridiculous and infuriating. That never happens with Lucy because you get a monthly subscription and you save 15% off. No commitment, cancel it any time. The best. Mango 12 pouches are my absolute favorite. I know berry citrus breakers, right, Pat? Mark's a mango
Rolling
12
with the
guy.
BC.
I got some breakers. 8 berry citrus is coming tomorrow or today, Thursday, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be 2 times too strong, but you're going to love the flavor.
Well, that's not true. I'm going
Mint
down
Breakers
from
8.
12 to 8, but yeah.
Perfect.
12s are great. Wes, what are you on right now?
Mint Breakers 8. Thank you very much.
Very fresh. Nice. Okay, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor and use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code hardfactor to get 20% off and always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Let me be straight up about something. Bird Dog sent us some quarter zips. What's a quarter zip? It's like a pullover that zips around to the middle of your chest, like where that super deep V would be. I never had a quarter zip before. It's amazing.
That's what that Chinese kid needed. He would not have needed a sex doll if he had a quarter zip.
I'm definitely in my I'm in my fat season, and I ordered a double XL. I'll be dead on. This is the first piece of clothing I've worn in a long time where I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "Oh my God, I don't look like such a fat asshole."
1,000%, Pat.
It fits right. It's that new agey material. You know, the new agey stuff that just kind of came out like 10 years ago. It's all stretchy. Yeah. Dude,
it takes at least 20 pounds off the stomach.
I look so distinguished in this thing. They also sent us some khakis, bro. And
very nice.
I slapped a pair on the other day, thinking I'm not a khaki guy, and I'm walking these things around my house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a wedding this weekend. I'm wearing these to the wedding, and the hack is they're mega comfortable, but they're more classy than jeans, dude. I mean, like, but for real, we've always been Bird Dogs guys. I drink a Bird Dogs water bottle every single day on the show. The pants are great, the shorts are great, but do these quarter zips? They're classy. It's also something you can rock 3 or 4 days a week, right? Just like instead of like a hoodie where you look like a slob, this is like a hoodie where you don't look like a slob.
Very professional.
Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend you get after it. And for limited time, our listeners get a free hat with any order when you use code HARDFACTOR at birddogs.com. Get their best-selling hat completely free when you use code HARDFACTOR, one word, at birddogs.com. That's Hard Factor at birddogs.com. Show your support and let them know that Hard Factor sent you. Be quarter zipping. Real quick, I Googled, this is really upsetting. I Googled, are sex dolls made in the U.S.? I scrolled down a little bit, and there's a Quora link that really, a question that really upset me, and it's, is there any size of sex doll that is illegal to own in the U.S.?
It just directs you to the suicide hotline.
Yeah. And some asshole thought, I'll come back with the answer to that question. No, all sizes of sex dolls can be sold in the U.S.
That was one of the top things, right below. Wow.
Investigate both of those guys. Okay.
Can I get a horse head on it? Is the third one?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do you guys know, maybe you guys know this guy's name, maybe you don't. Do you know, and I might be saying it wrong, it's one of these names that could be Seiter, could be Seiter. Josh Seiter? S-E-I-T-E-R? Seiter?
Apple cider? No.
Josh Seiter. I'm going to call him Seiter, Josh Seiter. Seiter. S-E-I-T-E-R. He's this guy. You might recognize him. Does this ring a bell at all, Josh Seiter?
No. Why is he in drag?
Oh, because at one point he pretended to be trans to own the libs. Does that ring a bell? Remember that guy? He pretended to be trans.
I would remember that guy.
I just remember the Canadian teacher with the double Z boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me give you a little bit of background. So
he's still at it.
So Josh Seiter first came to prominence when he was on, I guess, the 2015 season of The Bachelorette with Caitlin Bristow. Remember Caitlin Bristow? She was super hot. He got eliminated week 1, okay? And then since then, he's been, like, trying to make waves, I guess, in the influencer space.
Comeback.
Right? Back in May of 2024, he posted this to Instagram. Said it's a long statement, but to give you a quick summary. Dear Warriors, I no longer want to hide who I am. I no longer want to deal with the mental turmoil that comes with suppressing such an important part of me. So I ask for your thoughts and prayers and patience as I transition. Essentially, he's saying, I'm coming out. Okay. I'm going to transition to a different gender. That's what he did.
But and this was all a ruse.
It was a hoax, and then for like the next 6 months, he made like lots of posts like this to his Instagram.
So my HRT journey has started. I just want to say to each and every one of you that has supported me up until this point, thank you. Your support means the world to me. I couldn't have come this far without you. And I'm very proud of myself for getting this far and how far I'm going to go in the coming months. So thank you to everyone that has joined me on this journey. I love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, and humans, a lot of them were like, yeah, man, go for it. Good for you, because you're doing something that's hard for people to do, which is like admit that you're different, and that's hard. And so people are like, yeah, fuck yeah, Josh, go for it, man. And then he posted like,
you the man, Josh.
You the man, Josh, or woman, whatever you want, Josh. Whatever gender you want to be, but we back you, dog. And then he posted like a lot, like tons and tons of reels that got more ridiculous as he went on, like saying like you shouldn't gender your pet, and then like these bicycles are shouldn't be gendered. Like take the seats off of them. Like not funny shit. And it culminated in this interview he did with, I guess this is like a right-wing influencer podcast thing, but here he comes in drag. Okay. And he starts taking the makeup off.
He got real into the drag thing.
And
I mean, it seems like he's into it. Like, it seems like he's kind of into it.
Well, not drag. He's posing as trans, so it's not drag.
Right, trans.
Well,
but I mean,
get you, but
but like he did this as a gag, but it lasted.
It's a role he wanted to play
a long time, and he got real into it. Yeah.
Oh, he went real into it.
Tomato.
Until
I'll take that. I'll take that script. It looks great.
I'm gonna teach them.
Until like September of last year, he goes on this right-leaning show, and he's presenting as a woman who he claims to be. He said he went through hormone therapy, and then he starts taking his makeup off.
His facial hair, though.
There's things of him shaving. It doesn't matter. Anyway, here's him.
The shaving part is confusing, Mark.
Here's him coming out, and here's the big reveal.
So, you want to know what's going on?
Yes.
Well, I got to be honest. For the last 5 months, I've been conducting a social experiment online to expose how gullible and how delusional the left is.
Okay. Look at that. Clap.
We love it, Josh. And right?
He dressed up for 5 months.
For 5 months. And then, it was I don't know, man. It was like, it's a real fish in the barrel thing that he did, right?
Oh, it's insane.
The clapping is amazing.
Yes. People will give you compassion if you ask for it, Josh. Nice one.
Yeah.
Anyway, you owned, and he went, he later said, I did it to own the libs. That's what he did. He did it to own the libs. That's what he said. But guys, yesterday, there was a post made to his Instagram, and this was the post, asking for privacy at this time as we allow police and investigators to do their job. That was yesterday.
Uh-oh.
That was on his Instagram. On his Twitter was a more expanded statement. On the morning of February 18th, Josh was found unresponsive in the pool of his hotel in Monterrey, Mexico. Paramedics
posted
arrived.
by the team.
Right. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The team.
He's got a team.
The team. Okay. We'll update the public in a couple of days. And, people are like, what's going on here? And this is kind of what set me up, as I found this tweet from a journalist today, Sarah Fields. She goes, I called the U.S. Embassy to verify if Josh is dead. Josh is the same influencer who faked being trans, faked his own death in 2023, and runs a secret OnlyFans account dedicated to his, quote, belly inflation fetish.
He called it, this guy's into
He's got a gay OnlyFans thing.
Yeah.
Right.
What's belly inflation?
I'll show you what belly inflation
he
is.
sells his belly pics to guys,
Like Gainer Bull. He's like Gainer Bull. So here's my thing. You could be a troll. You could
of his belly, and he blows it up.
How much does he make?
Some guys jack off.
How much does he make?
You could do whatever you want. But he says 15 grand a month is what he says. Here's his belly inflation photos.
There, look at that.
Gainer Bull style
slim,
stuff.
Thick, bro.
Right.
Dude, look at him owning the libs with him.
He owns the libs with that. He owns the libs so hard.
Forsaken.
So real quick. So what's going on, right? He's saying, people are saying that he's dead. On his own social media, and I want to point out some posts. So if you go back to August 28, 2023, there was a post made on his socials that said, if I can find it, is this it? Yeah. Same exact style of post. It's with an extremely heavy heart that we share tragic news of Joshua's unexpected passing. As we all knew him and can attest, he was incredibly bright light in this increasingly dim world. His fearless voice and indomitable spirit helped thousands of people in their darkest moments just feel a little bit less. Blah blah blah. Right.
I mean, these are just posts from Josh.
But then the next
team.
Well, the next day, Josh came out and said. The next day, he posted a proof of life video, August 29, 2023.
Right, because that was him posting.
Right. He goes, I'm alive. My account got hacked. And here's what he said. He goes, quote, someone's playing a cruel joke and mocking my mental illness and the struggles I've gone through with depression and suicide attempts. I'm sorry for all the pain they caused when they made that post. So he's essentially saying, like, someone's fucking with me because I'm open about my mental illness. Now, going back to this is what really pisses me off. Go back to July 2021. He posted a photo of him like ripped in his underwear, right, like a thirst trap. And it says, I'm Josh Seiter. I'm a suicide attempt survivor. I battle OCD, depression, and GAD, but I refuse to give up. What did you survive? Hashtag warriors, the same word he used when he said that he was trans. Survivors, mental health awareness, body positivity. So, like, on the one hand, the guy's like, you know, hey, man, I'm mentally ill. No one. That's my point. But is he dead, guys?
Who's his like a target market?
I guess my point
his
is
OnlyFans belly inflation people.
I think that's his only market. Well,
it's a troll gone too far. I think it's a troll gone too far. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, the team posts are definitely him. They're not like he didn't die. The heavy heart post, the heavy they're all posts from him.
Fool me 8 times.
Yeah.
Fool me 8 times.
Yeah.
it's
believe a word he says.
Yeah. No, I don't believe a word he says.
The embassy has no idea what he's talking about.
They got no idea.
Death that his team tweeted out.
It's shocked he didn't make it past the first round of Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I'm not trans.
Hey!
Oh, those fucking libs.
I'm alive.
Gotcha. Got him.
You know what? I've been doing this belly inflation to catch all these gay men.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, he owes a lot to those gay men who jack off to his belly.
That's awesome. No, I mean, I hope he's not dead, but Jesus, give it a rest.
I kind of hope he is.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I just don't wish death
he
upon
clearly
people
has mental problems. That's the truth.
Yeah, but you can't come out and be like,
true.
protect me because I'm suicidal, and then fake your death and then say someone was making fun of my suicidal tendencies.
I mean, you're going to tell Josh what he can't do
No,
after
you're right.
that story?
You're right. Josh can do whatever he wants. This is the equivalent of
Try to
farting.
reason with Josh.
You're going to try to reason with Josh after doing
What
that
am I
story?
thinking? It's like farting it's like a dude farting in a jar. That's what it is essentially. Yeah.
He'll see logic.
Yeah. I'm just so disappointed in Josh.
I'll explain it to him the right way. All right. Well, thank you, man. Two fantastic stories. Let's move down to Mobile, Alabama. You know, being a barista at Starbucks is a thankless job. Especially, I don't know if you guys have been to Starbucks lately. I have the Starbucks app on my phone, and it doesn't allow you to leave tips, which I love. There's no way to leave a tip on the app, so you just
got the app today. Oh.
Yeah, no, sorry, just scan it in your face.
I fucking hate
tip.
I fucking hate when they automate. I'm not sure what the word is, but they are like
Automate.
essentially
You were there.
It's not automate. It's using technology to distance themselves from you. It's like the screen is asking you a question, not me for a tip. It's going to ask you a question. I'm just going to turn it, and then you're going to ask.
Yeah, but this is
just
different.
A question on the screen.
They just scan your app, and there's no way you can.
No, I know. I hate it when they're like,
Yeah.
and then there's just going to be one little question for you.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Pretending they don't know what it says.
You're like, I'm
tip
just
me
buying a
$1.
water bottle from the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, the airport tip things are great.
And then you'll just have to
That's
answer
great.
one little question there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're a Starbucks fan and you have an animal, particularly a dog, you know about the pup cup. People bring their dogs to the drive-through, and they get a pup cup. It's a thing, you know. It's cute, blah blah blah. And apparently,
They give them coffee.
Cappuccino.
They give 'em coffee?
Just
Yeah.
with cream with a little bone in it.
yeah. But people also apparently, from what I've seen, I'm just going to play a couple of videos, bring their fucking monkeys through Starbucks to get pup cups or monkey cups, and they also give them like coconut milk because they monkeys drink that shit. Here's another one of a guy fucking bringing his monkey to get a pup cup.
Dude,
Here's another one.
Monkeys don't just jump in there and start ravaging everything in the Starbucks.
Well, Mark, you're onto something because eventually that's going to happen, and that's exactly what happened to one Starbucks barista.
Like, thanks for the pup cup, but I see a whole like fucking slew of shit in there.
Yeah.
Was that the same monkey, Wes? There was 3 different monkey videos?
4 different monkey videos. There's another one.
This is all different monkeys.
Yeah, this is like a trend. You bring your cool monkey, and it's like, hey, look, I'm cool. I'm bringing my monkey through the drive-through, and blah, blah, blah.
This is why I don't go to Starbucks, man.
I'm writing a letter.
This right here. This right here is why I don't go to Starbucks, man. This is like I can't be no.
This doesn't bother me from going to Starbucks, but if I worked
that
at
monkey
Starbucks,
pissed on him, dude.
If I worked at Starbucks, I'd have something to bring up at the next all hands meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going.
Exactly.
Can't go to Starbucks.
So, an unidentified Starbucks barista who wants to be unnamed said that, quote, I was working in the drive-thru when the lady came through with 2 monkeys in her car. I had never interacted with her before and had her drink ready. They pulled up to the window, and as soon as she rolled down her window, one monkey jumped out and up onto my hand and started gnawing on my hand. The employee said,
"Get a tetanus shot."
Yeah. Well, here's her hand. That's nothing. That's what the monkey did to her hand. She said, the staff was in shock because they weren't expecting the monkey to jump from the car.
The other one went for the eyes.
By a fucking monkey.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this barista is getting attacked by a monkey in the Starbucks.
Shut the window!
Well, it was already inside by this time. The monkey was already in the Starbucks.
Park.
Yeah. She said the monkey began biting harder and hitting her, and then ran up her arm and jumped onto her head.
Yeah.
She said that another employee had to run over to there and grab the monkey off of her head and then throw it out the window back into the car, but not before it did this to her fucking ear. It lacerated her. Yeah, it bit her ear.
Bit the fuck out of her ear.
It's like an assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. It's
crazy. Does it look like Trump's ear?
It's worse than Trump's ear.
Yeah. So she shared these images. She said obviously she had to go and get rabies shots and go to the doctor, get various shots because she didn't know what the fucking thing was. She said the animal control later identified it as a Aotis monkey, and that's what it looked like. There's one of those big-eyed motherfuckers.
She's gonna be fucking petrified. She's gonna have trauma. She's never be able to look at one of those things again.
What the fuck was Starbucks thinking, allowing this shit to go on?
What do you mean allowing? They're just coming through the drive-through with fucking monkeys. There's obviously a group
allowing it, Pat.
Starbucks is so weird. They were probably encouraging this shit. It's the weirdest little community, the Starbucks.
Yeah,
it's the weirdest fucking thing.
So apparently the woman came back after she took off. She just left the woman bleeding, and after the monkey got thrown back into her car, she just sped off with her Starbucks, fucking frap. And she said the barista said she did come back and to check on me, but she didn't give her information. Luckily, someone took her license plate down, so they tracked her down. So the only thing she got in trouble for was she got cited for 2 municipal violations: duty to restrain animals and potentially vicious or dangerous animals under restraint. And each infraction was just $25 fine. So $50 total for the monkey attack on the barista. And but Will, you'll be happy to hear this. Now Starbucks has officially banned monkeys from drive-thrus. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. Finally, so you're not allowed to bring your monkey to the drive-thru anymore. No monk cups, whatever you want to call them, for your monkey. And this girl is traumatized. They said if she comes back, just close the window and wave her through if she has her monkeys again.
I mean, I can't if you Google monkey at Starbucks and go to videos,
there's tons of them.
I mean, what the fuck is going on?
I know. There's tons of them. People, I mean, the fact that so many people own these fucking monkeys and are just driving around in their cars is crazy.
I can't believe it took this long. I'm surprised the first monkey didn't do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean,
you run out of things to do when you get a monkey.
What a scene.
Usually it's only just get monkey on your list, and then you're like, now what do I do with it?
There's also a few times when they're like, sorry, we don't have any pup cups because they're low on whipped cream. Could you imagine telling the monkey no?
The monkey car.
They give the dogs whipped cream?
Yeah, it's a little cup of whipped cream with a milk bone in it. It's a pup cup.
Jesus. Everybody does the pup cup. Not just Starbucks. Yeah, it's free. It's just whipped cream and a thing. It's just everybody does a pup cup. Starbucks they're the only ones that are going to have a monkey cult coming through. No other coffee shop's going to have.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm gonna pick, you know how I feel about the culture war bullshit, but I'll pick this. They're giving away free fucking milk bones with whipped cream. Why?
Well, because their drinks are $13.
Yeah, it's a small
I don't have a dog.
Pat, every coffee
pay the
shop
$13
in America, every coffee shop.
It's like a half ounce of whipped cream and a 20 cent
everybody
milk
does.
bug.
It's just slowing the fucking line down is what it's doing.
No, it's
not really. They have them like lined up.
Every coffee shop does. It's a normal thing.
Every coffee
the
shop.
Monkeys going through the thing is a Starbucks.
Takes no time at all.
And the other drinks.
What's the normal thing? Every coffee shop does the pop cup.
And yes, Going Grays, we will add monkey coffee incidents to the World War III game. Absolutely.
Yeah. Crazy.
Are you guys ready to hear about the vegan trans death cult? Vegan trans death cult. Vegan trans death cult. Pretty sick heavy metal band name. Unfortunately, it's just an actual cult tied to 6 deaths so far, mostly murders. Now, I think I've made my view on transgender people, gay people, anyone who's trying to live their life pretty clear, but this particular group deserved at a minimum a pretty long haka.
That's what I was going to say. This was my – I agree. Hey, Mark, great minds think alike on this one. This would have been where they should have directed.
We would have had common ground here, Will.
This would have been the best place to
get that Maori group of Christians on a plane and
put them right
there to this group.
Prison cell with the ZZs.
And probably much worse, like life in prison for some of these whack jobs. And while it's not clear if it's a prerequisite to be transgender, we do know that the leader of the cult, Jack Lasada, was born male, has transitioned to female. He now goes, but she now goes by Ziz. So this was Jack. This is Jack is Ziz with the long hair. The Zizter is a transgender female, and a lot of the group appears to be transgender females in particular. It's basically a group of people that could have been manifested from Nancy Mason, J.K. Rowling's worst fears. And being a vegan, by the way, as well as being a queef megaphone, is a prereq to join. So the Zizians, as they call themselves, like any good death cult these days, has a massive fear of AI. They hate it. They're a lot like the Unabomber. Big Teddy K fans love him and think there's a 50-50 chance in a malevolent AI will take over the world, and go so far as to turn back time and reverse engineer how time works and figure out anyone that in the past, like the Zizians, were resistant to a malevolent AI taking over, and they will eliminate them. So they think that this AI is going to come out. It's going to be potentially malevolent. It's going to kill anyone that was against this particular form of AI.
They believe in the Terminator.
Pretty much.
Their Bible is the Terminator.
Definitely part of it. And they also think that there's a chance that they, in particular, could encourage a benevolent AI that will.
Just them, though.
Yeah, it'll follow. Ziz will be in control of it, of course.
Okay.
Ziz will be in control of this benevolent AI, and so it's a 50-50. It's either don't listen to us and then you'll pay, or let us do what we want, including killing people that are in our way, and then maybe you'll get the benevolent AI that Ziz is
because you've been so benevolent.
Yeah. So also, let's get the obvious out of the way. They're all ironically really good with computers. They're like engineers, computer scientists. Some of them are math world champions. They're all in like their 20s and 30s. They all have forms of intellect that we can't even imagine. They consider themselves geniuses, as does all forms of standardized testing and IQ testing. They're very smart and good with computers.
Their biggest commonality, though, is that they're all incels.
Well, a lot of them are asexual, I think. So let's get back. Yeah. Let's back it up. Let's back it up to around 2018, 2019, when Jack, or Ziz, was a mid-20s broke genius, and of course, Berkeley, Northern California, the San Fran area. And Ziz started coming up with her new philosophy and put it all out there in a crazy blog called Sin Seriously, which started off as a self-help blog and then has now been shut down because it turned into an ongoing manifesto. Ziz basically believes that she's better than everyone in the world, and that the brain's split into 2 hemispheres, 2 sides of competing genders, and you can either have a good side or a bad side, 2 good sides, 2 bad sides, 1 and 1. Now she's like God and is like one of one that has both sides are good. Most people have one or none, and it's the ones with none that her group is after. She believes in rationalism. This group is a rationalist group, but they're very irrational, and they believe in functional decision theory, and that the ends justify the means in all of her actions, including encouraging murder and to never surrender.
They believe in the SPF shit.
That's amazing. It's a mess. To boil it down, she basically is like an evil Mr. Beast who would use Amazon Prime's Beast games as a recruitment tool based on people's decision making, as long as you're also vegan and hopefully were born a dude whose girl brain took over at some point. Long story short, like any radical leader, she started to get followers around 2019. I think they were reading Sincerely, and she was shooting her shit at wherever these people meet up. That's when the Zizians, as they're called, pulled their first public stunt in 2019 of protesting the 2019 Center for Applied Rationality alumni event, which is rationalist, but they weren't intense enough. And they did that in Guy Fawkes masks and black robes. So they came out there and freaked the fuck out of everyone. They were seen screaming in SWAT members' faces, and a potential mass shooting alert was called on them. They were arrested, and the 5 women were later released because they weren't armed that time. So that was the first introduction to the Zizians.
Okay, so there's one protest, Guy Fawkes masks.
Yep.
Pretty chill so far.
Not too bad. Around that time, Ziz tried to get everyone to live in a boat community in San Fran so they could share their thoughts, but none of these people had any money. So they ended up renting a shitty house and property from an old landlord in Northern California, and they all shacked up together. But a few years later, they realized that paying the rent was preventing Ziz from getting her funding for the Benevolent Future AI ruler thing. So they stopped paying rent. And after a few months of not paying the rent in 2022, the 82-year-old landlord showed up to confront the Zizians, who were living in vans and box trucks on his property, Manson style, and he got stabbed in the chest and the eye with a samurai sword for his efforts, blinding him in the process. While he was retreating and with one eye, he pulled out his handgun and shot 2 of the Zizians, killing one of them, Emma Bornhanian. So that's one of your first deaths.
Well, when you pull the samurai sword on an old man, odds are.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in trouble. That was self-defense. Now, that type of shit doesn't go unpunished, and a Zizian named Maximilian Snyder killed that landlord, Curtis Blinds, just last month before he could testify in court over that 2022 incident.
It's a benevolent retribution killing,
that's
Mark.
some gang shit. It's one shit to not have a squeaky from to bang the landlord at the Spawn Ranch.
They took him out like he was a Boeing whistleblower, Pat.
It's another thing to then go and execute the dude before he can testify.
Yeah,
well, it's a benevolent retribution killing. It's just you don't get it because you don't have the 2 good sides of the brain.
Pat, they have to do whatever it takes to get to the end. Otherwise, we're all fucked. Okay. Also, last month, 2 Zizians, Teresa Youngblood and Felix Bockholt, one of which was a German citizen, shot and killed a U.S. Border Patrol agent, David Malland, near the Canadian border when he stopped their car.
I saw that story. Yeah.
It was like the day Trump was inaugurated, or right around then, and people thought
Zizians.
It was reported that it was a Mexican. It was okay. I'm glad it wasn't a Mexican.
No,
I think it was a German. It was a German. This Zizian's German, right?
Yep.
So how did Mexicans get all the way up there?
Exactly.
It was a German. Even weirder though, right?
Glad it wasn't a Mexican.
Well, it got a lot weirder when
how did you get up there?
How did you get up here, Juan? It got a lot weirder when the Border Patrol agent found a treasure trove of insanity, guns, body armor, manifestos, just Zizian ass shit in the car. A firefight broke out. Malland was killed, and so was Bockholt, one of the Zizians. Youngblood was wounded and arrested, and I think that's when the bean spilling of the whole operation started about a month ago. So
Right.
that was when they were like, okay,
They finally took one alive.
You're going to jail for life without parole. What is all this shit that was written in these manifestos about?
Man, I sense, those great interrogation YouTube videos with like psycho kids that are like an hour long.
Yep.
I sense one of those coming. I sense one of those coming.
Probably, yeah.
Explore with us.
Pat, there will be
yeah.
certainly that. There will be Netflix multiple parts, 2 to 3 episode parts. Amazon's going to get in on it. There will be a ton of content coming out about the Zizians. Some other deaths were in 2022 when Zizian Michelle Zachko killed her parents, Richard and Rita Zachko, in Pennsylvania, potentially at the behest of Ziz herself to collect millions of dollars in inheritance to get their operations up and running. Ziz was staying with Michelle in a hotel in Pennsylvania when the murders took place.
Operations up and running.
Yeah.
Is that a pun?
No. And let's just say, yeah, so Michelle got taken for questioning and she was released at that time. She's now been arrested for the murders, but they found Ziz in the hotel. They didn't really look into it because Ziz had faked her own death also that year in 2020.
Hilarious again.
And no one knew where Ziz, Jack Lasada, aka Ziz, the blog goes dark and Ziz fakes her death and no one knows where Ziz is. The sixth death was when a Zizian committed suicide, again, allegedly at the behest of Ziz because she wasn't taking her teaching seriously enough. So she got bullied into a suicide. Now, so Ziz is on the run. The border patrol agents are getting shot. The landlord's getting executed, and they start putting all this together in the past month. And guess what? They finally found and arrested Ziz. This is a mugshot. Jack Lasada, aka Ziz, was arrested in Maryland because they've committed crimes in like 4 states at this point, and 2 countries, and without bond, hopefully without any access to a computer. I don't know who's going to take over for the Zizians. Some chick named Michelle was also arrested with.
Dude, you know what they need to do?
Yeah.
Make them sit in a cell with an AI server. Murder.
Yeah.
Make them sit with an AI that just talks to him all day.
This is a very dangerous group. Over the years, several Zizians have been arrested in public locations, again, dressed in black robes, Guy Fawkes masks, this time armed with illegal guns. I assume they're illegal because a lot of them are felons and/or not allowed to have a gun at where they're having the guns, which is causing all sorts of panic.
No. This is what they do. Never-ending AI-instructed classes on benevolence. And then they just have to do that every day for the rest of their life.
Well, they should Clockwork Orange make them watch the Terminator with their eyes peeled open.
And out of reach makeup.
iRobot, the Terminator. Yeah.
The less good one.
They should definitely like pipe in sound into her cell. Like, Ziz, this is the AI. You lost. You lost, Ziz.
Prison guards are going to be fucking with Ziz. That's 100%.
But there's tons of Zizians still out there. So, not good. They're really super smart computer nerds that are very dangerous.
Well, hopefully they can't break
terrorists.
Cells,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, they're murderers.
Basically, Wes,
yeah. Trans terrorists.
This is like the current day Manson group. Like this, This is like our generation's. They're insane. So a lot more to come out on them. All of 2025, I imagine, including content.
And no animal products, huh?
They do not eat animals. If you get caught eating an animal, you're dead.
Yeah, we were gonna have Peter Rachel back on to talk about the Zizians, but we figured maybe not the best time.
It's tough to.
She was a good sport. We don't have to rub the Zizians in her face.
Yeah. Tough to come to term to understand that one, right? You know, don't want to hurt any animals.
Yeah. Well, Pat, you wouldn't get what they're teaching, Pat. So
okay.
You got to have the 2 good sides, and just none of us have it, unfortunately. Only the Ziz.
Yeah.
Zizzler.
You'll see when Ziz was right. You'll see. You'll get it then. Too late. And that's the show. Thanks for tuning in. We got one more for you tomorrow.
So
go ahead.
Zizzer or what?
Watch USA Canada.
Ziz. Pretty cool nickname. Get out there. Most importantly, have a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!